We want to continue now this week, and what we began last week is talking about the rapture of the church. I've gotten a comment from one person, one Christian said, there's no such thing in the Bible. And last week I gave you 3 or 4 scriptures that show it's in the Bible. This week we're going to talk more, and I'm going to discuss it more. And we're going to go to 1 Thessalonians. Let's go there. 1 Thessalonians, chapter 1, and we're going to look at verse 10. So, it says this, and to wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, even Jesus, who delivers us from the wrath to come. So the question here is, what is this wrath to come? Okay, let me explain something. God does never judge his people and the non-believers at the same time. We see that in the Old Testament. Never, ever. He either uses one to judge the other, or the other to judge the other one. But he never, his judgment. I'm not talking about everyday life situations, wars and all that other stuff. I'm talking about God's judgment. The tribulation period, if you study Revelation, is God's wrath against the world. So, in Thessalonians, the key word is wrath. So, let's go to another scripture. Let's go to Revelation 6. Let's look at that. Revelation 6. And we're going to look at verses 12 through 17. Okay. This is the beginning of the tribulation period. And this is what it says, starting at verse 1. I looked, and when he opened the 6th seal, that's God opening, Christ has opened the 6th seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became like blood, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth as fig tree drops its late figs when it's shaken by a mighty wind. Then the sky receded as a scroll when it was rolled up, and every mountain and island was moved out of its place. And the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men, the commanders, the mighty men, every slave, every free man, hid themselves in the caves and the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him, God, who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath, the Lamb's wrath, has come. Who is able to stand? That just shows you that the tribulation period is God's wrath. Okay? Nowhere in Scripture does God judge his people and the worldly people at the same time. Never. It's always separate. Now, let's go to another scripture. We want to go to Revelation chapter 3. This is John writing to the churches at that time, 7 churches. And he writes in chapter 3 to the angel of the church in Sardis write. And we want to look at verses 10, 3:10. And it says this in verse 10. Because you have kept my command to persevere, I will also keep you from the hour of trial which should come upon the whole world to test those who dwell on the earth. This hour of trial is a reference to the tribulation period. To this faithful church, he said, I'll keep you. not going through it keep you from it. So it gives an indication it's the rapture, or the taking away or caught up of the church, will be prior to the tribulation. Okay. I want to give you, I wrote down, difference of the rapture of the church and the second coming. In the rapture of the church, he will come to meet us in the air. In the second coming, he comes down to the earth. In the rapture, he will come for his saints. In the second coming, he comes with his saints. I'll give you some more. In the rapture, he comes to protect us from wrath. In the second coming, he comes to execute judgment and wrath. In the rapture, he comes for his bride. In the second coming, he comes to deliver Israel. In the rapture, he comes secretly. In the second coming, he comes openly. Everybody will see him. And in the rapture, he comes before the tribulation period. In the second coming, he comes at the end of the tribulation period. Study your scriptures. If you study them, you'll understand this better. You'll understand what this rapture of the church is. The word is not in scripture, it's caught up. We talked about that last week. So, we're going to continue this next week, maybe conclude this next week. So, hope to see you back.